Welcome to RetroBus. On this episode, I'm going to review one of the worst slot 1 motherboards ever made. This is the PCChips M747, full of dishonesty and regret. So stick around and let's have a look. Does it really deserve its reputation? I'm going to find out. So this is a motherboard made in 1998, trying to hop on the Pentium II bandwagon. PCChips is not a brand that you hear much around anymore. They actually end up being bought out by ECS Group in the early 2000s, I believe. But before that, they were making motherboards from that really cheap budget end with questionable marketing and dodgy tactics. So I tend to see a lot of these on Marketplace and people asking ridiculous prices for them because they're really not that good. I ended up getting hold of this through a big lot of IT stuff that I bought for 80 bucks. It was just, a carload of stuff, and this was one of the boards in it. So let's have a closer look at what we're working with. Okay, so let's have a look at what we're dealing with here. Everything is on board. Onboard video, no AGP slot. The upgrade path is dead in the water right there. But yeah, everything is a goddamn breakout. So we've got, USB, keyboard, we've got printer port here, some COM ports, and your video out as well. Actually, there should be another one for audio. Where's my audio? So there should be an audio one as well. But yes, so it comes with the SIS chipset. There's the SIS video card. The 6326, yay, one of my favorites. I've done a review on one of those, so we'll see how it goes. I'll put a link in the corner if you're interested. So yeah, this is the video RAM. Here we go, sound chip is here, Sound Pro. And this is part of the dodgy marketing here, BX Pro. Yeah, come on. I mean, PC100 BX Pro, that's what they've sort of named it, to try and make it sound like you're buying an Intel BX chipset, which it clearly is not. The Intel BX440 chipset was the king at the time, which this was clearly not. So we've got two different ways we can power it. The old AT or ATX, floppy disk, 2 IDE, classic, 3 PCI, 2 ISA. Interestingly, it actually has the old keyboard connector. DIN keyboard, yay. It's still connected to the tray that was on the person's case that, they ripped it out of back in the day. I'm not going to take it off because I'm definitely not going to put this in a case. I can tell you that much. So I'm going to give it a chance to impress me. I put 128 meg of RAM here, which is pretty luxurious for the time. And for a processor, I'm going to go Pentium II, 450 megahertz. Top of the end, Pentium II. This will do Pentium III. It won't recognize it correctly in the BIOS, but it does work. I have put a Pentium III 500 megahertz in this, and it has worked. Mind you, all the stuff I've done is just up to boot, so we'll see how we go. Some of the reputation that this board has is not good, so we'll see how we go with the Pentium II 450 for now. If we can get it running, it'll be great. And let's see what the hell this thing's going to do. The only thing I'm going to add to this disaster is this Intel Pro 100 network card, so I can copy all my files across. Okay, here we are in a ghetto setup. It's all ready to go. Everything's plugged in. Power supply on, good. So yeah, just plugged in a floppy disk, hard drive, RAM, network card, all that. So let's see how we go. All right, good. Sounds are coming up. Flashing an LED on the network card. Give me some video. Yes. All right, excellent. So 128 meg, Pentium II 450. It's all recognizing it. Go. Missed BIOS. Now, let's get into BIOS and see if we can detect that hard drive. Some of the reviews that I've read, it does struggle with certain hard drives, it struggles with certain FSBs, but yeah, let's see how we go. Now, I might have a problem here because I've got a 40 gig hard drive. Sometimes these older BIOSes can only detect up to 32, so let's see how we go. Okay, it definitely is as I suspected. It can't detect hard drives over 32 gig. I've put an SD card reader on there, put an SD card 32 gig, all working fine. So I might just stick with the card. Okay, so I've installed Windows, but I just cannot get the sound to work with the inbuilt chip. So I've put in a ESS audio PCI sound card. There we go. Okay, got everything installed. Figured I'd run Everest to have an analysis, and you know what? Look at this video card. Oh my God. 56 megahertz for the clock and memory. I reviewed the standalone card of this and it was 80 megahertz and it was poor. So this is going to be something else. Okay, so last time I did a video on the 6326 video card, a couple of you guys mentioned that there actually is OpenGL drivers, and you know what? I found them. So this is what they are. So you need to find the 2.28 driver, I believe, and it was made by AOpen. So I'm not sure if these are considered experimental drivers or whatever they are, but they do work. So yeah, version 2.28 is what you want. Just search for that and you will get OpenGL with the 6326. How cool is that? Okay, MDK. So you know what? I recorded this whole video and then I realized I was playing in software mode, not in hardware mode, because to run in hardware mode, you have to run a different executable. So yeah, this game was originally just a software renderer, and you needed to install the patch depending on what sort of hardware you're running. So I've got the Direct 3D patch on this one. If you're running 3DFX, there was a 3DFX patch, obviously. Frame rate, oh, it's okay. It's, I don't know what it's trying to tell me. 28, 60, 38, I don't know. It's trying to tell me something. You know, it's running pretty damn good. You know, filtered textures look pretty good. This was a very earlier game, so it's not too demanding. You know what? It was actually running faster. I feel like it was running faster in hardware mode, to be honest. I mean, the textures look so much nicer, but look at this. It just does this really weird moonwalk when you get him going. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost a deceleration type situation again. Software seems to be much better than hardware. Sniper mode was a really fun part in this game. Oh, here we go. They're hiding behind. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think if you just shoot this bomb, they all go, don't they? All right, see you later, guys. It's enough. So I love the design and the style that they had in this game. It's really sort of psychedelic, early sci-fi, Barbarella style. You know, all the colors and the sets. They're really out there. All right. So yeah, up to the good old jumping puzzle. Who doesn't love a good old jumping puzzle? And that's where I'm going to leave it. But otherwise, the game runs fantastic. Okay, here we go. We've got a comprehensible frame count, 28, which is pretty good. Pretty good. Finally, I can actually read it. So yeah, look, game runs fine. Excellent, fun game. Okay, let's try some Quake II. I tried this on the previous card and it did not work because this card cannot do OpenGL. But I have since learned that apparently there was an OpenGL driver, which is the driver that I installed. So let's see if it actually does work. All right, default OpenGL. Can we do it? Can we? Oh my dear, we can as well. Oh, that frame rate is, what is that? That's not a number. It's, I don't know what it is. Perhaps it's failing to give me any digits that are comprehensible. Let's start a game, shall we? Oh no, Jesus. Okay, it's doing some funny business with the mouse though. Look at this. I've got a mouse pointer. Okay, this is going to be really difficult to play with a really annoying mouse cursor on my screen. So what I'm going to do is give the game a restart and hope that's going to fix it. Okay, all right, restarted the game, and yes, my mouse cursor is gone, which is good. Frame rate counter is still incomprehensible. Okay, 640 by 480, it's as low as it gets because that's all my capture card can capture. We're just going to have to go with it. You know, even though I can't get a frame counter, the frame rate is not good. Good luck trying to hit anything. Come on. Yes, this is very difficult to play. You'd probably drop the resolution lower than this to just play the game. The interesting thing is it's sort of not rendering the crosshair correctly as well. The little bottom white bit's missing. Everything is in absolute slow motion. Yeah, see, when we come out here, we've got a bigger environment to render. It really is dragging it. All right, so it can run Quake II, but not in any playable fashion, I'd say. Okay, back to the classic Moto Racer. This is what I tested on the standalone card as well, so let's see how we go. Just the way it's rendering this bike is all over the shop already. Oh, we've got a lot of fun to look forward to, guys. Look at this. Frame rate looks pretty damn good. But, you know, this is Moto Racer. It is pretty lean. Oh, yeah, no, this looks good. This feels good, actually. It feels nicer than the numbers tell me. It's very responsive, probably more due to the processor. This is a pretty beefy processor for this system. The frame rate's pretty constant, I must say. It's really sticking to that 22, 25 and not going outside of that much. So looking really good. You know, I think it's the system, the processor and the RAM. I mean, this is a pretty monstrous amount of RAM. This system's focused around the year 1998, and the RAM around that time, as I mentioned, is probably about 32 to 64. 128 was, you know, insanity. That's, you had to have big money to have that sort of RAM. Probably running video editing gigs or something like that. Here is 97, and Jedi Knight comes out. What a legend of a game. Let's get it going. All right, so this game obviously came out about a year before this motherboard did, so you would expect it to play decently enough. You would hope so. But with this graphics card, anything is possible. Oh, this looks pretty good so far. Oh man, inverted mouse. I hate you, inverted. Okay, I gotta change this setting. I hate inverted mouse. I know some of you play inverted mouse, that's awesome, but I just cannot do it. Yeah, this is better. Frame rates, nothing too crash hot. But yeah, the colors don't look the greatest either, do they? It is rendering hardware, which is great, but performance, nothing spectacular. Nothing to write home about, that's for sure. Still, I guess it got you playing the game. Let's grab a shield. Yeah, it just feels a bit heavy. Just my turning, it's just not snappy, and yeah. Oh, the textures start changing. Look at that. The bottom panel down here. If you look down there, as I get back, it just starts redrawing it as events. All right. I love these big, large, spread out environments they had in this game. It was fantastic. Just really big sense of scale and grandness. Really well done. Some really great map design in this game. Plus some funny stuff with textures, this video card. Yeah, it's doing the, yeah, I had this similar experience when I ran Half-Life last time with Direct 3D. Yeah, yeah, it does some unusual rendering. Yeah, it is difficult to play. It's not very responsive. Like, I don't have the confidence to try and jump across there. I just feel like I'm not going to get my timing right because yeah, the rendering is not very snappy and fast. So, you know, look, this is, as I said, 1997. When we go into the 98 games, I fear we're going to have some even worse performance. All right, into 98 territory. Let's start with some Colin McRae Rally. Fortunately, I need to unlock these. Oh, I wanted to go to Australia, but I can't. I'll go to our friendly neighbours, New Zealand. Oh, I remember this game came out. I tell you what, Rally was huge. Colin McRae was huge. I really wanted a Subaru Impreza, WRX, Turbo. Oh, yeah. Look at these frame rates, though. Not the best. Oh, can barely. Oh, it's not rendering the best either. Oh, no. I'm not going to get the best time already. This was a really tough game. You had to really get it right. I did get pretty good at it in the end. A lot of practice. You know, you really got to drift through those corners perfectly. Oh, that was a lovely one there. But, you know, I'm 4 seconds behind already. Yeah, it's really hard to see the fences, I must say. I thought I was going to take a shortcut, but, yeah, you can barely see them. There's little brown pickets and they really mix in with the background. These were the days of very early 3D. So just getting something looking like this was pretty awesome. You know, this is when Sega Rally and Daytona were just, whoa, everywhere. And, you know, you used to pay $2 a pop just to play them. So to have, you know, 3D arcade style graphics in your own home was pretty special. These frame rates are definitely not, especially with the response. And, you know, the response on these, oh, you really got to get your timing right, enter that drift perfectly. I'm doing not too bad at the moment. But yeah, look at this frame rate. Oh, it's really low teens, isn't it? Oh, it seems to be almost stuck at 13. It's not budging from it, is it? Almost suspicious of the frame count accuracy now. No, it's moved 12. Hardly an improvement, is it? Yeah. So yeah, there we go. Colin McRae Rally, not the best. Okay, let's have a look at some Unreal Gold. I'm not optimistic about this because look at this. Even the menu screen is not rendering correctly. Preferences, is that what it says? Yeah, Direct 3D, 640 by 480, 16-bit. That's as hard as I'm going to push it, which is not very hard, but let's see how we go. So yeah, moving on to 1998 now, Unreal Gold. Oh wow, yes, these frame rates are pretty appalling. Look at this. I don't think we're going to hit double digits. So the 7 is as high as it's gone. It is really stuttering. It's slow motion. Seems to be rendering it fine though, which is good so far anyway. Fog is a bit non-existent. Yeah, 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 fog's not very good at all, is it? I've seen worse, but I have seen a lot better. Oh wow, what's happening to the castle? Oh, a texture just popped up on the castle that didn't even belong there. Yeah. Nah. Oh yeah, look at this. The geometry's going all over the place. Yeah, it is really struggling. Yeah, definitely not for Unreal. So yeah, look, 1 year, what a difference. 97 to 98. 98 games. I mean, 98 was just actually a massive leap. 98 was a huge leap for gaming. Unreal, Half-Life, some great games came out, and 3D was really booming. Yeah, really. So second run through seems to be a little bit smoother, but still not great. Okay, so we've got to finish off with Half-Life, don't we? This is 98. You bought this motherboard, put some RAM in it, and a fast CPU, and you want to play a game that all your friends are playing. So let's see. Can you play it? It's, oh my God. Okay, I haven't set this correctly. All right. Oh, no. Oh, it's the software. No settings. I've just gone in there and gone in like a bull in a china shop. All right, let's change these settings. Now, I did play this in Direct3D last time, but this does have OpenGL drivers, so let's try it. Let's have a look. This game generally performed better in OpenGL. So, you know what, we'll go easy on it. We'll start at 640 by 480. Gently. This is looking a bit better. Sort of. The text is all over the place. Frame counter is incomprehensible again. All right. Oh, my dear. Oh, this is not good. Look at my textures. Oh, wow. All right. This is going to be fun. Dear, I'll go into a firefight and see what happens. Here we go. Oh, yeah. This is very unplayable. I don't know what I'm shooting at. What's shooting at me? Something's happening. Yep. Shoot some grenades. Yeah. No, this is very difficult. Oh, yeah. I'm dead. All right, OpenGL, not great. I doubt Direct3D is going to be much better, but hey, we got to try it, right? Okay, let's see if Direct3D is going to give us a better outcome. Okay, looking better already. The text is actually being rendered correctly. That's always a good start. Okay, Direct3D is giving me even more. Yeah, it's giving me the old psychedelics. Lost my frame counter, however. Hang on. So that is not 92 frames per second. That's 9.3, 9.2. Okay. It does seem better. Definitely does seem better. All right. Better in frame count. Rendering, not so sure. I can barely aim because it is running terrible. 10 frames per second. Look at the way it renders these textures. Yeah. I experienced this same thing with this standalone card when I came here. You get this really weird prism sort of effects. It's not great, is it? Not great at all. Yeah, look at this. You can see the world binding box. Look at this. You can see the square. So it's a giant cube that I'm inside, textured with clouds. Here comes our helicopter. So yeah, as soon as we move that next year, as we've seen with all of them, the games really do struggle. And there we have it. The worst slot one motherboard you could buy. I'm sure a few of you guys ended up owning one of these. I'm very sorry if you did. But yeah, it's just, from the get-go, the dodgy marketing, BX Pro chipset, it's SIS. It's all SIS chipsets. And you know what? From the beginning, you're stuck. It's really limited by your upgrade path because everything is built in and there's no AGP slot. Yeah, you can use a PCI video card, but at this era, you really wanted AGP, let's be honest. You sort of would get limited with the PCI speed, which is 33 megahertz. I guess you could put a Voodoo in there and use that through. But yeah, still, I can't believe it still uses the old DIN keyboard. That was shocking. Everyone had moved on to PS2 by then. But from running all those games, from MDK all the way to Half-Life, the reputation it has is pretty well deserved. Even with the Pentium II 450 megahertz, and a ton of RAM, it just doesn't quite get there. And when you think about it, it's released in 98. All the games that I ran from 1998, it barely ran. So it was pretty much obsolete when it was released. It's really, oh man, I tell you, I would be really upset if my dad brought home a PC with one of these in it. But I'm sure a lot of people ended up with them. They got trapped with the cheap, everything's built in, you don't need to buy a video card. It's a cheap motherboard. As long as you put a fast processor, you'll be fine. But you weren't. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun making it. If you'd like to support my channel, you can do so. I have links in the description. Thank you to everybody that does. I really, really do appreciate it, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to bring more fun videos like this about hardware that you should definitely avoid if you want to get back into retro. Thank you. See you in the next one.